Let us now see what are the configuration parameters that we would need to start using Risk Terminator. Now, as we know, Risk Terminator provides a framework where risk analysis can be triggered during user and role maintenance activities using transaction codes SU01, SU10, and PFCG directly in the plugin systems. So in order to do that, there are some parameters, configuration parameters that we need to set. Now, Risk Terminator is a service that runs in the SAP backend systems and triggers automated risk analysis checks when a defined segregation of duties, access risks are violated during user or role maintenance directly in the plugin system. So when I said when defined segregation of duties, access risks, what I mean is if the system violates any of the SOD rule sets that you have defined in access risk analysis ARA tool, right? If backend systems encounter any of those violations, risk terminator is going to get called in to avoid or warn about the violations. So let us check what configurations are needed in the GRC system and what we would need to do in the plugin systems. So let's first take a look at the GRC system. So in the GRC system, go through the path in transaction SPRO, reference IMG, governance, risk and compliance, access control, and maintain configuration settings. Let us check if risk terminator parameters are set or not. So yeah, so they are not set. So to set the risk terminator parameters, click on new entries. And in the parameter group, pick risk analysis, risk terminator. And in both the GRC system and the plugin systems, you need to specify parameters 1080 to 1088. Now let us see what these parameters are one by one, okay? So 1080 to 1088. So once you set 1080, you will also need to set the remaining parameters also 1081 to 1088. Okay, so let's see one by one. Now 1080 is connector enabled for risk enabled. So here you need to enter the name of the connector for which the risk terminator needs to be enabled. Okay, so like I said, in order to use this parameter, you must also configure the remaining parameters, which is 1081 to 1088. So let us pick the connector in which we want to enable the risk terminator, right? The plugin system. Our plugin system is EHP8 CLNT, EHP CLNT 100. Now this is one of the systems, right? What if you have multiple plugin systems, right? The BI system or a CRM system or a S4 HANA system, right? So this you can set as many parameter, connectors as you want. So you can repeat, depending on how many connectors you have, you can repeat this parameter value. Okay. So meaning you can have multiple values for the same parameter here. Okay, but you have to set it one for every connector, you will be using one row. Okay. Now let's go and take the next one. Okay. Risk terminator. And let's pick 1081. Okay. this enable risk terminator for PFCG role generation. So when you say yes or a no here, right? It's a yes or a no value. If you say yes, so whenever you're trying to add a conflicting transaction code in a role, or you are creating a role with conflicting transaction codes, risk terminator is going to warn you about the conflicts. Okay, so do you want to have that? So let's say we have it. Okay, it's almost like simulation. Okay, so in risk analysis ARA, you have simulation reports, right, where you can simulate what if scenarios. So it's pretty much the same thing, right? Almost. Like when you add a transaction code, if it's a conflict, it's going to tell you there is a conflict right away, right? Now let's take a look at the second parameter, 1082, right? Oh, sorry, this is not the, we need to take risk terminator, right? Let's take 1082. Now, 1082 is enable risk terminator for PFCG user assignment. So when you're assigning roles to users within PFCG, again, you're saying let's trigger a, violation warning. Okay. Now, whether you would like to do that, maybe not. So if you want to do it, if you want to be extra careful, you can say yes to it, but you could say no to this if you want. Now the default value for this parameter is a no. Okay. Now let's take the third one. Next one. Risk terminator 1083. Right? So risk terminator, enable risk terminator for SU01 role assignment. So what it does is, if you're assigning any roles with conflicting access, right? Risk terminator will be triggered and you'll be warned. So, but this parameter, right, 1083 parameter is valid if only if parameter 1080 is set to 1080 is set to at least one connector. Okay, so 1083, we say yes to this. Okay, now let's go to 1084. Take risks terminator and what is this? 1084. 1084 enable risk terminator for SU10 multiple user assignments. So if you're doing a mass user assignment, right, then if there is any conflict in the roles that are assigning, then the system has to warn you. That's what this parameter is for. So if we would say yes, because SU01 and SU10, they're basically for user assignments of user provisioning. So we let's say we make it consistent and we say yes. Okay. Now again, like a 1083, is 1084 also needs at least one parameter assigned, one connector assigned in the parameter 1080. Okay, so that's a requirement. 1084, again, the default value for this one is unknown. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, 1084 and 1083 require 1080 in 1080, at least one connector to be assigned. Let's take the next one. Next terminator, let's say the parameter is 1085. Okay, what is this? Stops role generation if violation exists. Okay, so if you don't want the role to be generated or proceed further with the role creation or role modification, in case there is a violation, you can force the system to stop you, okay, from generating the role. So I would say yes, because this will safeguard what's happening in the system for me, right? So I'll say yes to this. So 1085 stops role generation if there are any violation coming into the role. because of whatever activity you're performing with the role. Okay, so let's take the next one, this Terminator. And 1086, comments are required in case of violations. Okay, so set the value to yes if you want the user to enter comments if any SOD violations are reported and the user wants to continue with role generation or role assignment. Okay, so if you want to continue with the role generation in case of any violations, then you can probably continue with saying by adding some comments. Okay, so I would say let us to stop this. We'll say no, because if you're generating, if you say yes, then you can continue. But as a security administrator, you might want to take some approval, prior approval from somebody, the role owners, so that you can say in the comment that this violation was approved because of so and so role owner, or there was a mitigating control in place for this violation. So you can write such comments, and then if you say yes here, you can continue with the role generation. Okay, again, this one also requires at least one connector for parameter 1080. Okay, so that's important. So 1086, you can add comments if you want to continue with role generation. Okay, or continue with basically role modification or creation, whatever you're trying to do. Okay, let's take 1087. Send notification in case of violations. Okay, say yes or no. This again is a yes or no parameter where you say yes or no. So if you set the value to yes, okay, so you are basically enabling the application to send email notification to the role owner when violations occur. And again, this parameter is also valid only if parameter 1080 is configured with at least one connector. So all of these parameters that you have seen so far, right, they're all valid only if there is at least one connector assigned in 1080. Okay, so whether you want to send the notifications or not is controlled by the parameter 1087. So I'm going to say no because I'm not going to do that. All right, so rest Terminator, and the last parameter that you have in this list is 1088. Okay, so default report type for risk terminator. Let's see what the value is. Okay, so for what type of what is this report type, or what type of violation that you want reported, right? So whether you want to have the conflicts reported at action level, which is transaction code level, permission level, or when a critical transaction is added, or in a role, or or a role is created with a critical transaction code or critical authorizations. Okay, permissions is authorization level, right? Or if when it comes to user assignment, if a critical role or profile is assigned, right? So you can define what kind of violations need to be reported, right? So let's take action level, which is transaction code level. Okay, so like I said, you select this report type for reporting the SOD violations. And again, this parameter is only valid if parameter 1080 is configured and assigned with at least one connector. All right, so this is what you set up in GRC system. Now you need to set these parameters up in plugin system also. So let's see what do we have in the plugin system, right? So in the plugin system also, now we are in the plugin system. In the plugin system also, go to Pro, IMG, and go to Governor Risk Compliance plugin. Okay, in this case, expand this. Okay, so here there are a couple of things. Okay, along with the profile, these configuration parameters, you also need to maintain some user exits. Okay, so let's click on this documentation and see what those user exits are. So you need to maintain these exits. Okay, and set the value to this. So let's see what those, let's set them up. If they are not set, let's do that first. Okay, so they're not done. So let's set this up. Okay, so let's take the first one, which is SAP after ProfGen. So we'll set this up with the values. This is basically your sum underscore cust table. Okay, so let's give these values. Okay, once this is set, we do this, then we'll go to the parameters, configuration parameters. So let's set this up one after the other. So in your systems, if these are not already maintained, then you maintain the way I'm doing it right now. But this is a requirement in the plugin system. You don't need to do this in the GRC system. Okay, but if in GRC system is part of your this kind of risk terminator kind of scenarios, then you might want to do that also. Okay, but right now we are doing it only in the plugin system. Okay, so we set these 4 exits. Now, what does the documentation say? You install this plugin component. You need to have the plugin component installed. And then you maintain the customizing settings below in the plugin system. Okay, these ones. All right, so let's save this. And let's say create a transport request. Right? Okay. Let's go back. Now let us maintain, go back again, say these 4, right? Now let us go back and maintain the configuration parameters now for the plugin set system. So click on maintain plugin configuration settings. And now here you also have to specify the parameters 1000 and 1001. Okay, let's see what those parameters are. So please maintain the plugin connector. What is our plugin connector? HP CLNT 100. Okay, what is our GRC connector? Our GRC connector is N75 850. Okay, now click on new entries. Okay, so let's take the parameter ID. So next parameter ID that you need after those two are 1002. Okay, so what is the rule set that you need to use? You want to use for your risk analysis, risk violation checks, SOD checks, right? So I'm going to say global. Okay, I want to use the global one. Okay, sequence number, let's say 3. So let's say risk terminator, or let's say pub plugin configuration settings. Okay, let's continue. All right, so once you've done that, let's go back, right? So you have 1, 2, 3. Now, after these are done, right? So you're basically telling in the plugin system what your plugin system connector is, what is your connector for the GRC system, and then from the GRC system, what rule set you need to be going after for checking the risk analysis and violations. Okay. Now, from here, now you set up the remaining parameters, right? 1080 to 1081. So 1081 to 1088. So let's say 1081, right? So the parameter sequence should be 4. What is 1081? 1081 is whether you want the parameter, the SOD violations to be triggered in if there are any conflicts during the role generation in PFCG. So I'm going to say yes. Okay, you basically maintain the same values that you maintained in the GRC system, right? So let's go 1081, right? 4. So let's go and check what did we do in for 1082. 1082 we said no. What is 1082? Let's go and do this. Take the parameter ID 1082. This is 5. Which is 1082. 1082 is, do you want this risk terminator to be triggered for user assignment in PFCG? We said no there, right? Mm, in GRC system. So let's say no here also, right? Save. Okay. So we have 5 now. Now let's tap parameter, let's 1083. What is 1083? 1083 is enable risk terminator for user role assignment, right? Role assignment in SU01. So I would say, we'll say yes, yes here. Okay. Save. Go back. And what did we do in this? Right? Go back. Let's take 7, 1084. Okay, 1084 is risk terminator for SU10 multiple user assignments. What did we say here? And we said yes for SU10 also, right? So let's say confirm that. 1084. We said yes there. All right, save. Go back. Now add 1085. Now some of these you don't need to add because by default they say this one is a no. Okay, for example. So I would say, what is this? Do you want the, what is this? 1085 was stop role generation if violation exists, right? I would say we said yes in the GRC system, right? 1085. So let's say yes. Okay, save. say new entries again. Now let's go for 1086. Now default values for 1085 was a no, so but we are forcing it now. 1086 comments are required for in case of violations, right? We say 9 and we said no here, right? We say no for 1086. Save, go back. Now new entries, the 1087, right? That what did we say for 1087? We said no, right? So let's see what 1087 was. Send notification in case of violations. We said no. And then 1088. What is 1088? 1088 is default report type. And for this, we had said action level. What was the action level value? 01. Okay. Let's do that. Save it, right? All right. So we set the parameters required for risk terminator in both the GRC system as well as the plugin systems. Now, next, let us go and create a role and see if there are any, what happens in PFCG.